So I'm going to talk about five of the projects we're running at the moment, or we have run. The foundation runs numerous projects, not just in Bolton, but nationally. And I think these are five I've chosen because it shows the variety of the work we do and how it builds community cohesion. The first one is the Loving the Flow, our magazine. So this is a magazine project that we are running using, where we're working with young people, 8 to 9 people for each issue, and the magazine covers four key areas of community cohesion. It looks at belong, so it looks at valuing each other, it looks at aspirations, and it looks at civic society. And the whole idea behind the magazine is young people are able to go out, they can interview personalities in Bolton, they can spend a day learning about how people are trying to contribute to our society and sort of eliminate social disadvantage. For instance, one of our young people spent a day with Homeless Aid UK, Homeless Aid, homeless welfare in Bolton Town Centre, feeding the poor. We've had another young person who spent a day at Zakaria Mosque some time ago when we had visit a mosque day. We've had other people interview personalities. And I think the importance about the Loving the Flow magazine is that it sort of makes young people learn practically about what community cohesion is and make them think about what people in Bolton are doing to build community cohesion, because a lot of the policies are lost on our younger people, and I think this venture was really important to engage younger people. And I remember specifically when we applied for the funding for the project, and one of the individuals who was going to fund us said, Abdul, there's so many magazines in Bolton. What makes yours more special? And what I said was that this magazine is not really going to be talking about Kim Kardashian socks, or it's not going to be talking about the latest music trends. This magazine is appealing to young people from a totally different place. It's going to be appealing to young people because it's going to tell them and engage with them around community cohesion issues and what is going on in Bolton, to build community cohesion. The second key project we deliver is ESOL classes for Somali women. We have quite a large Somali population in Bolton, and I think the ESOL project is really, really important because we're trying to ensure, just as the case review sort of recommended, we're trying to increase baseline literacy and baseline English speaking skills. And I think the ESOL classes are sort of our commitment to that idea, and it's very, very well attended by Somali women, many of whom have just recently settled in the many of whom have just recently settled in the UK. Furthermore, we ran another project which was looking at similarities between the Christian, Muslim, and humanist populations in Bolton. And I think a lot of the times when we talk about interfaith, we talk about Christian, Muslims, and Jews, and even the Hindu community. But what we forget is there's a lot of people in Britain today that have no faith, and a lot of them ascribe or sort of identify themselves as humanist. So this Christian, Muslim, and humanist dialogue project was really, really well attended. We had individuals from the humanist, the humanism, the humanism segment attend as well, and they were really, really happy because they were saying to us, "We never ever took part in such a dialogue with other faiths," and I think it sort of built a lot of understanding and commonality between different faiths in Bolton, and also people of no faith. Another project that we're working on is our child sexual exploitation workshops that we're delivering nationally across 7 or 8 different towns and cities. That was really important to us because a lot of the times the far right were fueling this idea of the child sexual exploitation being something to do with Islam, and what we're arguing with Dr. Jessica Eaton is that CSE has nothing to do with Islam. And we sort of separate Islam culture and ideas around CSE. And I think that's really important because if we don't challenge the ideas of the far right, they gain unnecessary sort of influence across different populations. I think that, and also the final project that we're running, I think is important to talk about, is our health is our greatest wealth. So this is something we're doing with Bolton Clinical Commissioning Group. We're running projects in September. The project will start in September, and what we're doing is we're working with young people to try and build resilience against mental health. Giving them the tools and understandings of how they can protect themselves, tap into their own support networks, and what techniques they can use to sort of minimize any mental health issues or mental health problems developing. And I think that's really, really important because prevention is better than cure. And a lot of the times, our young people, because of the world we live in and because of the intensity of social media and other things, and exams and all the other pressures we have, it's really, really important that younger people are able to have the tools. So, them are the 5 key projects I feel are sort of important to discuss when we're talking about the foundation and the projects it works with.